Welcome to another Intro to Engineering video. Today we're going to go over dial calipers. Okay, so this one might be a little bit lengthy video, but I'm going to go over some of the dial caliper stuff, and then we'll go into the assignment and how to complete that. Okay, uh, I might even break it into two videos. We'll see. All right. So dial calipers are a precision measurement instrument. Okay, this is what they look like. We will be using an on-shape version, which looks like this. Okay, but it reads the same. Okay. There are four measurements with this. There's an outside diameter, an inside diameter, a step distance, and a hole depth. Okay, which this one and the on-shape one has all four. Okay. Outside diameter is usually the jaws. Okay, so these right here, and right here. Inside diameter, which are these teeth up here. Okay, step distance, which is from this to here. Okay, so it's from this edge here to this edge here. All right, and then hole depth is, this one doesn't have it. It must be missing, but usually there's a rod that sticks out the end that gives you the hole depth. Okay, oh, there it is. It was hidden. So that sticks out the end and gives you the hole depth. So as this moves, that's supposed to move too. So I'll get that fixed. I probably just need to fasten these together. All right. So then when you get this, all right, there you go. So then it moves with that. So when you get this, that should be already done. You shouldn't have to do what I just did there. Okay. All right. So that was hole depth. They'll measure slightly more than 6 inches. That's the standard one. Okay. I already talked about these. This is the outside measuring face. That's what you do. The same type of block we're going to be making. Measuring inside faces. So that's for like a diameter of a hole. Step distance, which is the back part here. That's for this offset. And then depth, which is that. And then you put it down inside of it. Okay. The blade is the immovable part. The slider is the part that moves. Okay, just like here, the blade stands still and then the slider goes back and forth. Okay. The blade is divided into 10 increments. Okay, so it's 0.1 of an inch. So if you see just the small one, it's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way up to 1. So this would be 0.9, this would be 1 inch, and then 1.1, 1.2, so on and so forth. So when you see the bigger numbers, those are the big inches. So it's 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. You can see the same thing on this one. If I move this a little bit, let me move this out of the way so that you can see it. You can see right here, they're not numbered, but there's 9 of them here. And then that's 1 inch, and then 2 inches. All right, so this would be 0.9, this would be 1.1, 1.2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. Okay, so you do have that. This thing stops a little short of the 6, but that's fine. We're not going to be measuring anything too big with this one, but just so you know. All right. The dial and pointer. The dial is right here, has other numbers on it with a pointer. So you can see that right here. Here's a dial. There's the pointer. Okay. This is stopped right at looks like, well, this is 6 inches. This must go to 9. But anyway, this is stopped right at 6. Okay, and then you can see as it moves, the dial moves as well. All right. So when this is all the way down here, this is 0. Nothing there. And this shows you that this is each one of these is 0.01. Okay, so this is 0.01. No, it's not. This is 0.01. This is 0.001. All right, which is what this is going to show us. So you read the reference edge first, which is this edge right here. So if I move this out this way, okay, you'll read the reference edge. This is the 1 inch mark, so it's 1, and then so it's 1.018. Okay, so it's 1.18. Okay, 1.018. I think I said that wrong. 1.018 is what this is reading. Okay. So then if it goes this way, then this would be 1.121. All right. So you read this first, then you read the dial. Okay. And this is your whole number and your tenths number. So 1 after the decimal. And then this is your hundredths and thousandths. Okay. This works out nice for an actual handheld dial caliper. You don't have to go through these steps with this virtual one because it's always zeroed. You don't have to worry about it being out of 0. Just don't erase any of this stuff over here. Okay. I will show you how to use this for the first couple couple problems. All right, I already kind of told you how to read it. So like I said, this is 0.1 of an inch, so this would be 0.7. All right, and then the dial is divided 100 times, so 0.001. So like I said, this is 0.001, 0.002, so on and so forth, and then 0.011, 0.12, so on and so forth. All right, so if we were to read this one, all right, this should be 1.4, and then this is 35, 36, 37. So 1.437 is what that should be. Okay, so it's a 1, 4, so that's 1.4037. So the whole thing, don't worry about this last one, but 1.437 is what that whole thing should be. Okay, so if we look at this block should be 1.402. All right, so 1.402. All right. So that was pretty quick on that. So we'll go ahead and work on the assignment here. I'll show you how to complete the assignment. So right here is the assignment alternate. You can open it in Cami if you want. You can make a copy. If you're going to do it in Cami, just put the share link in your engineering notebook. Or you can screenshot it when you're done and put it in there if you want. You are going to need this Onshape file. All right. So when you click on that, that should redirect you to it. I think you only have view only. So I would, hopefully it'll say make a copy. I would make a copy of it. Okay. Because you're limited on what you can do. Okay. So I would open it with Cami. Once you open it with Cami, it should look like this. Okay. This is our block that we're going to be measuring, which looks very similar, almost identical, because it is identical to this block right here. Okay. The main thing to remember with this file is we're going to be moving the block and moving this jaw. That's all we're going to be doing. Okay. So we're going to write down our first measurement here. So we will look at A. A is a step distance, which you could write down step distance here for number 2. 2A, step distance. 1A, we're going to find the measurement. Okay. So for the step distance, we're going to be using this back part here. Okay. And we're basically be measuring from this surface to this surface. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to constrain this to this jaw, and then we're going to constrain that jaw to this surface. Okay. And it may not look identical to what we need, but it will be okay. So we will fasten mate, which is this one right here. And we're going to fasten mate the block from there, so about in the middle there, to about the middle of this. Okay, and you can see that it moves. Now that's not quite the way I want it, so I'm going to flip the axis. Okay, and you can see that is right there. Let's make sure. No, I did that wrong. I need it on the bottom. So I'm sorry, I already screwed up. Okay, so we want it on this bottom part. Okay, so we want that on this surface. Okay. All right, and you can see it's kind of going through it. So again, I want to flip the primary axis so it's kind of sitting there on it. So we want that there. Okay, so that one's good. So we can green check mark it. And now at this point, you could just drag this down until it looks like it kind of touches. Okay. And you could probably get for our purposes, a fairly accurate measurement, or you can also constrain that as well. So we're going to fasten mate, and I'm going to fasten this to that. All right, let's see if this all moves. Nope, that did not work. Let's see, can I still move that? So we're gonna fasten. I think I need to choose this one, and I didn't choose that one. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna do the flat ones, but we do that, and now we measure it. Okay, we read it. So we look at this first. So this is, I'm gonna close that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 0.6, and then this is on 25. So it is 0.625. So then you go in here and you would write in 0.625. All right, so once you got the measurement recorded, again, the measurement should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be 0.625. All right. So once you've got that recorded, we can go ahead and position it to the next one. So if we go and look at this, B is going to be the diameter of that hole. So this is the only time you're going to be deleting fastens. So these two fastens, 2 or 3 and 4, hopefully, you'll just delete 4, delete 3, and now you can move the block. Okay. So basically we're going to measure this hole using these right here. So we will do a fasten mate. Okay. was hoping maybe we could do the edges of the circle. Doesn't look like we can. So that one, we might just have to move the block. Okay. The nice thing about this is you can like literally move the block inside the caliper, which normally you can't do. And we're going to kind of line it up with uh, that line right there. Okay. And then this is pretty close to what it needs to be. Okay. Um, so it's just a touch off, but move it like in there. Okay. We'll go ahead and measure it. All right. Um, if you need to move the block out of the way, so you can do that. And then so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like we'll say 0.620. All right. Just give us a little leeway. So we'll go in here. Number or letter B will be 0.620. C, measure the overall width. So this one, again, you can move the block and just kind of eyeball it, or you can, which is totally fine. So you could totally just do this, where you just kind of put the block and kind of line it up there. You know, get it kind of close. All right, and then you just take this and kind of move it up until it looks like it's pretty close to touching. Boom. Okay, and then we um, read our caliper. Okay, so we got, so looks like we're at the 1 and we're a little bit past 0. So I would say this block is probably 1 inch tall to give us a little bit of leeway. This probably is not. You can see there's a little gap there. So we'll say 1 inch tall. If you want to be more precise, this is where you would do the fasten, and we would fasten that to that. And then we would fasten this to that. Okay. If it'll let you. So to make it like quick, we'll say 1 inch. So for letter C, we'd put 1 inch. Then we look at D again. This one you can totally kind of line the block up. It is going to be tall, so I'm going to do it like this. If you want to rotate the block, basically, if you click on the block, it'll give you this rotate function, and you can just rotate it like 90 degrees. Oh, I've got it fastened. That's why it didn't work. So take this, rotate it 90 degrees, and then you can, like I said, kind of line this up, kind of line it up so it looks like it's touching. Do the same thing here. All right, read it. So we're at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 5.7. 10 is where this is at. Okay. So we would just go 5.710. So you go here and you put D 5.710. All right. So I'll let you do the other ones on your own. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. Um, if you're having problems accessing the document, let me know. All right. But shouldn't be too bad. So If you need help, let me know. We can set up a Zoom call and we can get it figured out. Okay. So, have any questions? Remember, email me, and then we will set up a Zoom meet. Okay. So don't forget to smash that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.